Billionaires play an outsized role in shaping the global economy, politics, and philanthropy. Forbes puts the number of billionaires in the world at 2,668 in 2022. The wealthiest among them belong to an even more exclusive club and wield still more power. Many of these billionaires are founders of technology giants, with much of their wealth still invested in the companies they started. They can, however, still borrow against that wealth to avoid selling stock, deferring or eliminating for heirs taxes on unrealized capital gains in the process. Multi-billionaires can also take advantage of a panoply of tax deductions to offset reported income, leaving some on this list paying no income tax in recent years. Number 5. Warren Buffett, age 91 years. Residence Nebraska. CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Net worth, $114 billion. The most famous living value investor, Warren Buffett, filed his first tax return in 1944 at age 14, declaring earnings from his boyhood paper route. He first bought shares in a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway in 1962, becoming the majority shareholder by 1965. He expanded the company to insurance and other investments in 1967. Now Berkshire Hathaway is a $705 billion market cap company with a single share of stock trading at more than $481,000 as of May 5, 2022. Widely known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett is a buy and hold investor who built his fortune by acquiring undervalued companies. More recently, Berkshire Hathaway has invested in large, well-known companies. Its portfolio of wholly owned subsidiaries includes interests in insurance, energy distribution, and railroads, as well as consumer products. Buffett is a noted Bitcoin skeptic. Buffett has dedicated much of his wealth to philanthropy. Between 2006 and 2020, he gave away $41 billion, mostly to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and his children's charities. Buffett launched the Giving Pledge alongside Bill Gates in 2010. Number 4. Bill Gates, age 66 years, residence Washington. Co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, net worth, $123 billion. While attending Harvard University in 1975, Bill Gates went to work alongside his childhood friend Paul Allen to develop new software for the original microcomputers. Following this project's success, Gates dropped out of Harvard during his junior year and went on to found Microsoft with Allen. The largest software company in the world, Microsoft also produces its line of personal computers, publishes books through Microsoft Press, provides email services through its Exchange server, and sells video game systems and associated peripheral devices. Originally Microsoft's chief software architect, Gates shifted to the role of board chair in 2008. He had joined Berkshire Hathaway's board in 2004. He stepped down from both boards on March 13, 2020. Bill Gates has much of his net worth in Cascade Investment LLC. Cascade is a privately held investment vehicle that owns a variety of stocks including Canadian National Railway, Deere, and Republic Services, as well as private investments in real estate and energy. In 2000, Gates' two philanthropic organizations, the William H. Gates Foundation and the Gates Learning Foundation, merged to create the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, still co-chaired by Gates and his ex-wife, Melinda French Gates. Through the foundation, they have spent billions to fight polio and malaria. The foundation pledged $50 million in 2014 to help fight Ebola. As of 2021, the foundation had spent more than $1.9 billion to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2010, alongside Warren Buffett, Bill Gates launched the Giving Pledge, a campaign encouraging the wealthy to commit to donating most of their wealth to philanthropic causes. Bill and Melinda French Gates divorced on August 2, 2021. With the divorce, roughly $5 billion in equities were transferred to French Gates. Bill Gates is also largest private owner of farmland in the US with over 268,000 acres. Before we tell you more about new richest man in the world, be sure you give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Number 3. Bernard Arnault, age 73 years, residence, Paris, France, CEO and chair of LVMH. Net worth, $136 billion. French national Bernard Arnault is the chair and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. LVMH owns brands including Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Marc Jacobs, and Sephora. Most of Arnault's wealth comes from his massive stake in Christian Dior, the holding company that controls 41.3% of LVMH. His shares in Christian Dior, plus an additional 6.2% in LVMH, are held through his family-owned holding company, Groupe Familiale Arnault. An engineer by training, Arnault first showed his business acumen while working for his father's construction firm, Ferret-Savenel, taking charge of the company in 1971. He converted Ferret-Savenel to a real estate company named Ferranel Incorporated in 1979. Arnault remained Ferranel's chair for another 6 years until he acquired and reorganized luxury goods maker Financière Gach in 1984, eventually selling all its holdings other than Christian Dior and Le Bon Marché. He was invited to invest in LVMH in 1987 and became the majority shareholder, chair of the board, and CEO of the company 2 years later. Number 2. Jeff Bezos, age 58 years, residence Washington, founder and executive chair, Amazon. Net worth, $144 billion. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com in a garage in Seattle, shortly after he resigned from the hedge fund giant E. Shaw. He had originally pitched the idea of an online bookstore to his former boss, David E. Shaw, who wasn't interested. Though Amazon.com originally started out selling books, it has since morphed into a one-stop shop for everything under the sun and is arguably the world's largest retailer. Amazon's pattern of constant diversification is evident in some of its unexpected expansions, which include acquiring Whole Foods in 2017 and entering the pharmacy business the same year. Bezos owned as much as 16% of Amazon in 2019 before transferring 4% to former wife Mackenzie Scott as part of the divorce proceedings. In 2020, Amazon's share price jumped 76% on the heightened demand for online shopping amid the COVID-19 pandemic. On July 5, 2021, Bezos stepped down as CEO of the e-commerce giant, becoming its executive chair. Bezos originally took Amazon public in 1997 and went on to become the first man since Bill Gates in 1999 to achieve a net worth of more than $100 billion. On July 20, 2021, Bezos' wealth peaked to $211 billion. Number 1. Elon Musk. Age, 50 years. Residence, Texas. Company founder and CEO of Tesla, net worth, $224 billion. Elon Musk was born in South Africa and attended a university in Canada before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned bachelor's degrees in physics and economics. 2 days after enrolling in a graduate physics program at Stanford University, Musk deferred attendance to launch Zip2, one of the earliest online navigation services. He reinvested a portion of the proceeds from this startup to create XCOM, the online payment system that was sold to eBay Incorporated and ultimately became PayPal Holdings Incorporated. In 2004, Musk became a major funder of Tesla Motors, now Tesla, which led to his current position as CEO of the electric vehicle company. In addition to its line of electric automobiles, Tesla also produces energy storage devices, automobile accessories, and, through its acquisition of SolarCity in 2016, solar power systems. Musk is also CEO and chief engineer of Space Exploration Technologies, SpaceX, a developer of space launch rockets. In 2020, Tesla shares soared 740% to propel Musk up the wealth rankings. In December 2020, Tesla joined the S&P 500, becoming the largest company added. In January 2021, Musk became the richest person in the world. In a November 6, 2021 tweet, Musk asked his Twitter audience whether he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock, framing the issue as a response to criticism of unrealized capital gains as a means of avoiding taxes. He proceeded to sell shares worth $16.4 billion over the remainder of 2021. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, a Massachusetts Democrat, has cited a media report that Musk paid no income tax for 2018 to argue for the adoption of a wealth tax. "And if you opened your eyes for 2 seconds, you would realize I will pay more taxes than any American in history this year," Musk responded on Twitter. Thanks to the surge in Tesla shares in 2021 and private transactions boosting the reported valuation of SpaceX, Musk's lead in the global wealth rankings has continued to grow. His net worth hit a high of $340 billion in November 2021. In April 2022, Musk began a campaign to take Twitter private, which culminated in a $44 billion buyout. Musk plans to fund the deal with $21 billion of his own capital. In the run-up to the buyout announcement, Musk sold 9.6 million shares of Tesla, valued at roughly $8.5 billion.